Peter invested his $6 million life savings in 3 local Henan banks. He hasn't had access since April. For protection, the 45-year-old entrepreneur requested Peter. He is one of the thousands of depositors from Wenzhou attempting to reclaim their cash from at least 6 rural banks in central China. "I'm near a nervous collapse. I can't sleep," Peter told CNN Business. Peter told CNN Business that when he tried to access his accounts online, the homepage would say the website was under repair and services would be unavailable. 2 months later, the benefits remain unavailable. 4 Henan banks suspended cash withdrawals in April. Local banks in China can only accept deposits from local customers, but authorities allege third-party platforms were utilized to accept deposits from beyond the region. Peter's hometown is 700 miles from Henan's banks. The National Banking Authority accused a significant stakeholder of the 4 banks of improperly recruiting savers. In May, the China Banking and Insurance Regulatory Commission warned Xinhua news agency that Henan New Fortune Group, a shareholder of the 4 village banks, had illegally swallowed public funds through internal and external collaboration, third-party platforms, and fund brokers. The police have opened a case to investigate, it stated. In recent years, small Chinese banks have run into financial problems and been accused of corruption. However, analysts believe that a real estate catastrophe and rising bad debts from the COVID-19 outbreak might produce a much larger financial crisis. Bank depositors cannot withdraw an unknown sum of funds. Local police and the national banking regulator did not comment to CNN Business. In April, the state-owned magazine Sanlian Life Week estimated that 400,000 Chinese bank customers could not access their money. That's a drop in China's massive banking system. Still, analysts say approximately a quarter of the industry's total assets are held by around 4,000 tiny institutions, which frequently have opaque ownership and governance structures and are more vulnerable to corruption and the steep economic slowdown. The magnitude of the bank scandals where bank personnel embezzles and steal monies from depositors is disturbing, and what is uncovered could only be the tip of the iceberg, said University of South Carolina Aiken professor Frank Xie, who researches Chinese business and economy. As the Chinese economy slows down further, the fiscal shortage deepens, and Chinese enterprises, notably in the real estate industry, settle their debts, bank runs could grow more frequent and larger, he warned. Savers are fed up. Last month, hundreds of depositors went to Zhengzhou, Henan's capital, to protest outside the bank's regulator's office and demand their money returned, but they were unsuccessful. June protests were planned. According to CNN and social media posts, 6 depositors were shocked to see their health codes, which were green upon departure, had become red in Zhengzhou. Anyone with a red code, usually awarded to those afflicted with COVID or at high risk of infection, is considered unwelcome. They are quarantined for weeks and restricted from public places and transportation. CNN contacted the Zhengzhou government for comment. The Henan Provincial Health Commission told the state-run news website The Paper, and it was investigating and verifying red code depositor allegations. Henan's issue. The China Banking and Insurance Regulatory Commission in Henan blamed the private investment group with major shares in all 4 lenders. Henan police reported this week that the investment firm's controller's criminal gang has been accused of utilizing rural banks to commit significant crimes. Police captured several suspects. The Henan New Fortune Group website is gone. CNN unsuccessfully called and emailed the company for comment. The corporation hasn't commented and may have been annulled. Later on Monday, the 4 Henan banks stated they would begin gathering client data from those affected by the online transaction system stoppage. The banks said on their websites that financial regulators demanded the move. Bank clients are unconvinced. If a bank fails, deposits of up to 500,000 yuan, nearly $75,000, are guaranteed, but some, like Peter, may lose everything if the government decides their savings are non-compliant transactions. I'm quite apprehensive about how they, authorities, are going to deal with our money, Yi told CNN Business, using his surname. Yi, a 30-year-old tech worker from Dongguan, Guangdong Province, utilized banks in Henan 1,500 kilometers, 900 miles, away. He has 160,000 yuan, $24,000, in deposits with them. Banks told us the deposit products were legitimate and insured by the deposit insurance scheme, he added. We want our money. The four banks, Yuzhou Zinminsheng Village Bank, Shanghai Huaman County Bank, Zhejiang Guanghui Community Bank, and New Oriental Country Bank of Kaifeng, have not responded to inquiries. Risky liabilities. Beijing barred banks from selling deposit products via third-party online platforms in early 2021, worrying that the rapid growth of fintech could exacerbate financial system risks. The People's Bank of China called them illegal financial activity. China's national banking and insurance regulator said third-party online platforms help them overcome geographical constraints and expand nationally. In Henan, state-run media reported that Baidu, and JD.com platforms sold deposit products. Local financial institutions were rampant with corruption. According to government figures, China's banking sector has grown sixfold since 2008, with over $50 trillion in assets. Experts argue tiny lenders' funding structure increases risk. The continued slowdowns in the economy throughout the COVID-19 pandemic have exposed financial institutions to additional credit risks as well, Wright added. Repercussions. Investors are following the government's Henan bank-run inquiry. Analysts are considering other banks' impacts. China's massive real estate sector, which contributes 30% of GDP, is declining. Analysts have worried Evergrande's failure could affect the property industry and banking system. China's financial institutions have over 30% property loans. Analysts aren't worried about a financial disaster because the PBOC will likely protect larger and systemically significant institutions. The government may worry about bank-run-related discontent. Last Monday, COVID health codes of depositors went red, delaying a Zhengzhou protest. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoy this video and want to hear from me again, hit that subscribe button before you go. Thanks for watching.